And these guys never actually present a leftist voice that is good, by the way. It's not like they're propping up certain people and being like, this is actually a really good person on this issue. Tweet from the author of the New York Times piece. Yeah. Back in January, I did leg day with Hasan the Hun for New York Times Styles, hoping to figure out what it means to be a left-wing man in a red-pilled world. Yeah. The right is already getting harassed since a certain person posted them on his IG. No nice things are allowed to be said about you. Yeah. Can you please cover E's crash out over the New York Times? I'm dying laughing at how insane it is. I will probably not do that. I mean, good for him, I guess. I don't know. There are like 8 IG stories. Why is he losing his mind so hard? God damn. Just, bro, it's Sunday, man. Have fun with your family. What are you doing? Yeah, apparently Ethan is not very happy about this. He is very upset that I got this article written, and he's been posting about it since like 6 a.m. our time, which I think is a crazy thing to do when you first wake up. Like, I first woke up and I posted about the article because, you know, it's the article that I was waiting for. I was waiting for it to come out. It's been a long time. The article took place a long ass time ago. It's odd for him to wake up and also post nonstop. Literally nobody says that except those paid by his publicist. As a recent 2 minutes ago on a multi-story Insta rant, his fluency between culture and ideology has led many to brand Piker or Joe Rogan to the left, and Mr. Rogan had a mop top and painted his nails. Literally nobody says that except those paid by his publicist. I don't have a publicist. My haters can't tell me you're not hot, bro. So brave of him to disavow Nepo babies. Oh my God. How can people that are fans of this guy not think, dude, you're 40 years old, you have 3 kids, like, it's Sunday. Just, you know, can't you save this for the show or something? Like, why are you doing this? How can people not recognize how obsessed this is? He's like dunking on every aspect of the article. Very strange stuff, man. Like, I hope he gets better. Thanks for reading my review. He posted again and said, thanks for reading my review. Dude, oh my God. You don't think the New York Times is trying to make this seem like it's optics and not about issues? It's what they've been doing since election. Dems don't need to fix their policies. They just need a leftist Joe Rogan. And that's what I think this New York Times article was playing up. I think that they're trying to make sense of why someone like myself has seen a lot of success in an otherwise right-wing dominated landscape. And it can't be the issues themselves. It can't be what I'm saying. So it must be like the aesthetic. And to be fair, the way I look does play a role in this, right? The way I look does play a role in this. The packaging certainly is a part of it. He's being especially unhinged because the last episode did very poorly on views because it was the first step in a while, not clickbaiting you or iDubbbz. Yeah. As usual, he puts out the dog whistle on his Instagram stories. And then his rabid fan base starts a harassment campaign. Shame on you. Oh, he's report this trash puff piece to the New York Times editorial board. Thanks for posting first today. This is clearly pushed forward by a publicist working for Hasan to get ahead of any negative publicity. Dude, I don't think these guys understand. They're allowing an email hate brigade on their sub, not linking directly, but I posted a tweet about it. I don't know if these guys understand that, like, this kind of stuff is very annoying to newspapers in general. You don't come across as like a normal person. And also, this is a direct brigade. Can you stop talking about him? Dude, are you stupid? Are you actually that stupid that you don't understand what I'm showing here is not just like me doing drama? Like, what are you talking about? This is a direct brigade. Like, this is also literally by Reddit standards not allowed. Like, this is, you're harassing a journalist and you're trying to get a journalist fired for writing a profile on someone you don't like. It's so insane because, like, every content creator has a decent amount of stalkers, right? But most content creators don't have a stalker that basically makes content off of them stalking, like everything that I do. I like you aren't downplaying the positive side of their obsession aesthetic and rapping aside. There's a real benefit to you being given publicity. Negativity be damned. Yeah, because I don't want people to get fired for, I mean, it's not going to happen anyway, but I don't want people to have to deal with like annoying calls and shit like that. Like, it's so stupid. It's so lame. You know what I mean? What is this? We are not a Hasan snark. Over 150 posts in the last 7 days filled with such bangers as Hasan is jealous of Ethan. I can't stop imagining Hasan bringing someone back to his place for the first time. Note the Hasan posts have the most engagement. Yeah, they use the subreddit like I mean, it's a snark subreddit for sure. This is not the first time that these guys have done this. Anytime any journalist has ever written anything about me, they have to basically go private for like a week. It's so gross, man. It's crazy because like none of these other, I wish that like other content creators that are in this space would at least pay a little bit of attention to this and be like, all right, man, you know, this is gotten out of hand. Other content creators don't have mainstream news asking for their political opinions. No, I know, but like this is very clearly a major issue, right? On its own, regardless, like this is an extended year-long crash out that has turned into like constant brigading, doxing campaigns, frivolous litigation to get people's private information, to bully them, to harass them, going after Redditors, going after journalists. Like it's so weird. It's so strange that it's just like something that we all have to put up with. Other content creators themselves see this kind of thing and go, ugh, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to incur the wrath of Ethan's foot soldiers. And I feel like that's such a strange, there's just a strange place to exist in where everyone is like, yeah, this stuff is weird and gross, but you know, a lot of people are just like genuinely worried that he will come after them. This is something that happened with Aiden Ross as well initially, you know? Why are you shocked? They did the same with D for 5 years. I know. I'm trying to put the truth out in the space where people may see it in my free time, but the Diddy G and E community is legion. It's tough to break through. Yeah. Just remember, it's mostly online. Even though the more we spend time online, the more the shit that we do online becomes the reality. Anyway, I think it was a good article. Obviously, Jack's the man, by the way. He was dope. He was great. And I hope that he doesn't get a lot of harassment, you know? Do you think that debating Ethan will shut him and the Legion up? No, of course not. No, I think the fact that it's online makes it a more pressing of an issue. At this point, most people in the 18 to 25 age group primarily gets their info online. I know, but I'm also online, you know? I'm also duking it out here. It just sucks because like I'm duking it out over here and I wish that I wouldn't have to deal with like people who consider themselves to be liberals and present themselves as liberals who are supposed to be like ideologically aligned with someone like myself, especially at a time when there's more pressing issues like the Trump administration, you know, throwing the Constitution in a pile and lighting it on fire, right? Do you see what I mean? Like, it just sucks that I also have to deal with like the apolitical drama side of things. Like, it's not enough that there is already so much right-wing commentary all over the internet, like everywhere, right? But then also on top of that, like even the apolitical guys and the liberals and the centrists also have to constantly present, you know, my style of politics as like bad. And these guys never actually present a leftist voice that is good, by the way. It's not like they're propping up certain people and being like, this is actually a really good person on this issue. Is there anything that to get Ethan to stop? No, he'll never stop. Especially because he knows that whenever he brings up my name and attacks me, he brings on some of the grossest losers online to come and watch him. They love that shit. So I think this is beneficial for him as well. He gets to feel smart, which is what he wants more than anything else. And it gives him like clout as well. I mean, he's, you know, I feel like he's got his own shit to worry about at this point, though. I mean, he's got like a billionaire that he has a defamation suit around. So did he have targets before you, which became so obsessive about? Yes, I think pretty much everyone. But the only difference is I don't think it was this long and this extended. And also their politics were so bad and the stuff that they had done were so bad that most people didn't realize that it was like obsessive in a similar vein, myself included. Like, I don't also know Ethan's background that well. I'm not super familiar with what he had done with like his former podcast co-hosts like Trisha or any number of different people that he's like targeted in the past, whether it be Keemstar or all these other dudes, right? Like, I don't know. So, you know, just be ready for this to be a big deal, even though he banned this person. No, it's not going to be a big deal. They found a chatter in the photos they took that was insta banned. Like, I don't give a shit. It's only a big deal if you make it a big deal by bringing it over here. Who cares if they try to like brigade it and lose their minds over it? Yes, unlike Ethan, I actually don't only have paid members who I then ban anyway. Okay, Ethan only allows paid dissent, people that pay him to speak in his chat, and he bans them regardless when they actually step out of line in any way, shape, or form. He's created the most insane hug box of all time. I, on the other hand, like having political discourse in this chat, in this community. I'm a political commentator. I have Trump supporters on here. I have neo that come into the chat all the time. I have Ethan Klein fans who come in here with no understanding of anything, really. Yeah, I ban him. Ethan is so allergic to any sort of pushback that he will literally button his employees that he has hired when they say something that he finds to be unacceptable. And that, by the way, isn't that they've said something reactionary or whatever. He finds it to be unacceptable because they're dissenting. Okay. And then those guys mysteriously leave the studio in the aftermath of that. You know? You food soldier is so stupid. I know you're not going to read this, so I'm just using this as an example. You are a gross human being and literally sit all day making money off of others' content, reacting, but you can't even react or take criticism when it's directly about you. And it's not why you say, it's because you're afraid of your audience hearing it and no, you can't defend yourself. I think this is the funniest narrative, that like an audience of people that exclusively come here to learn about politics is going to be duped by Ethan Klein's video. Why don't you issue one of these criticisms that you have heard in the chat and I will address it? These people unironically are too stupid to think that like a drama slop tubers video is going to convince a decent number of people in here. Like, that's the reason why I've avoided it. If that's the case, why the won't Ethan debate me in person? Like, there's no answer to this question. It's like, I've said I would watch it with him if necessary. You know what I mean? And they just have, they go, oh, well, it's because he put forward a totally normal condition that you have to actually watch the context nuke beforehand, which he now no longer has as a precondition, apparently. Yeah. Slop tubers are destroying my political opinions despite not knowing a single damn thing about politics or any of the things I talk about or history. You should really consider allowing only verified accounts to chat in here, man. This person. I can't believe you're that horrible of a guy. Those things you did are so bad. I just genuinely cannot believe someone of your stature is just so, can't believe this guy is this way. You're so disgusting. You need to step back and understand who you are as a person. Weird as hell. For real, for real. Can't believe those things you did. Serious. This person is memeing, by the way. I don't think they're being serious. They're making a joke about the quote unquote criticisms that I receive. You're a bad guy. You're a very bad guy. I can't really remember exactly what the YouTube video that I watched while, playing Hearthstone on my phone, what the video actually said, but it left me with like really bad vibes, and it left me with such bad vibes that I have firmly held convictions against you. I just really don't know why I feel that way. I was playing Balatro. I was playing Balatro on my phone while I watched the dumbest guy on the planet make a YouTube video about you after reading a bunch of subreddit comments. But it left me feeling like you're a bad dude.